History is a wonderful teacher of the stuff of humanity, of the kinds of stories that drive people to do the things that they would not normally do, to find courage.
With all the protests that have occurred against the verdict of Mike Brown and Eric Garner.
Sometimes you can find blueprints and strategies and tools in those history lessons, but more than anything, it's a source of courage and strength.
So how would you characterize verbalism and activism?
There's this sense that talk is cheap, that the discussion is more performance, and it's not going to get us anywhere, and so I'm ready to do something. And what I often say in those moments to folks is we all have a role to play.
Was there any pivotal or life-changing experience that you went through in college?
I think for students, knowing that, and knowing intimately, not just because someone told them or tweeted it, but knowing intimately for themselves that the hard work of social change is in the everyday waking up, willing to move the needle just a little bit further. We could all go out here and the lights come on and the cameras are there, and then the moment is gone. And we could do it every single day. But at some point, you have to sit down at the table. Dr. King was keenly aware of how a sense of history and knowledge of the past help to make us who we are and to help us to become something better. But that King and the message that he gave to us, his commitment to challenging power at the highest levels of this land, and ultimately speaking to people at the lowest places in their lives, was a king whose history lessons were not passed on to the next generations. We were told to look forward, to not look backward. Some of you have to have asked yourself the question, how could we be here 50 years later with the depressing events unfolding right before our eyes? What happened? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened. The unconventional man became a conventional legacy. What do we have today as a result of this conventional black history, if any at all, is family-friendly programming of our history. Did the 10-year-old who marched in the Children's Crusade in Birmingham, Alabama in 1963, who faced fire hoses and German shepherds, have the luxury of family-friendly marches? Did the 4 little girls who died in the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing have the luxury of Hallmark-made history lessons? The world is happening. You cannot protect your children from the realities of the world we live in. The only thing we can do is actually to prepare them by teaching them how this world came to be, by using the history that we have, by creating new narratives of the past so that they might be empowered and not be diminished by the contradictions that knock them over the head by surprise. In the wake of the Zimmerman trial's outcome, the president was responding in a speech. And when you think about why the president said, in the African American community at least, there's a lot of pain around what happened here, I think it is important to recognize that the African American community is looking at this issue through a set of experiences and a history that doesn't go away. He said it, that's right. The past doesn't go away. Are Michael Brown and Eric Garner and Tamir Rice the harvest of our collective unwillingness to confront the past? History, ultimately, is an essential tool of empowerment. It is a matter of life and death. It is in the debates and the arguments that they will have with each other about what to do next. It is in the uncertainty and in the ambivalence that surrounds, are we doing the right thing? Will we ever get there? And I think if they know that, they'll be better prepared to keep moving forward on these issues and to be that generation that will help us solve this problem in ways that Dr. King's generation helped to solve earlier ones.
A production of the University of Rochester. Please visit us online and subscribe to our channel for more videos.